Hey, Julie Roussel here. Hey, welcome to Talkin' Tuesday, or even if it's Taco Tuesday in your house. But hey, hopping on a little bit late here, some unexpected life events, but hey, that's how it rolls sometimes. So hey, welcome and thanks for joining in on this Talkin' Tuesday night. Whether you are popping in live right now or you are catching on the replay. It's great to spend a few minutes of kitchen conversation in my slightly messy kitchen. That's how it is today. But hey, like I said, welcome and thanks for joining in. Once in a while, my wireless functions properly and I can actually see people when they pop in. Once in a while. So if I happen to miss your name, I might even be peeking at my notes because I need those. But hey, leave me some love and let me know that you popped in. If you hear something that resonates with you, or even if you feel comfortable dropping a comment or asking questions anytime, you're more than welcome to. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. And PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share the things that I'm learning, and I hope that they help you. So hey, I actually see people joining in for once on time. Hey, this is totally new. Hey, welcome Carrie, nice to see you lady. Hey Tiff, long time no see. Say hey to Brian and the girls for me, it's good to see you. Like I said, there's a lot more that have popped in, but I'm not seeing it, so maybe we're lagging. But anyways, as soon as I see you, I will welcome you. So welcome to Talkin' Tuesday, my friends. It's great to see you. So let me ask the question for the night. You know, what is your favorite Starbucks drink? And, you know, could you live without it? So if you tell me what your favorite Starbucks, sorry, favorite Starbucks drink is, if you pop that in the thread for me, I'd love to know, because I've just recently visited a Starbucks not too long ago. I know, right? And I found some really amazing drinks. So if you could tell me what yours are, I might want to try them too. So tonight I wanted to share a quick story of what I learned and hopefully how it can help you. So where would we be without Starbucks today? I don't know. It's easily recognizable. Everyone knows what the symbol. Everyone has a coffee cup. You know, we talk about our drinks. We sit down and converse with friends, get together for some laughs and some coffee, right? Well, where would we be without that today? Well, if you don't know the backstory, I wanted to share that with you real quick. So Howard Schultz was born in 1953 in the projects of Brooklyn to a really poor family. I know. Hard to believe, right? Someone that successful. And he was born to a World War II veteran who was a diaper delivery man, as well as a mother who was a receptionist. And his dad fractured his ankle when he was young and wasn't able to work. And they had always struggled with meeting any bills and having any money. And things worsened. They were living pretty much day to day, no money for food after their dad was injured, because there were no benefits back then. There was no way you worked, and that was it. Oh, hey, Donna, nice to see you, lady. Hey, neighbor. Hey, Jess, nice to see you. Congrats on the new family, lady. Great to see you. And I see a few more popping in, so if I miss you, I apologize. But I'll try to welcome you when I see you. But like I'm saying, he was born in the projects of Brooklyn, had very little. And once his dad had fractured his ankle, their family was struggling just to make it day to day, never knowing if they'd have food. And from the age of 12, Howard was busy working at a cafe and selling newspapers just to help his family make ends meet. And one of the things he would do in his off time was participate in sports, because that helped him deal with his life, as well as helped him excel in other areas. And he loved football. He earned himself a college football scholarship. And he knew he wasn't going to head to the NFL, but he wanted to use his scholarship to further his education. So he graduated from college and was the first person in his entire family to graduate with a degree from college. And at 26, he was named the VP of sales for a Swedish company. Now, I'm not talking about IKEA, in case you're wondering, but the company that he was working for, you know, you'd think that being the VP of sales, that would make him successful, right? And he wasn't happy with that. He didn't feel inspired. He wasn't satisfied. It wasn't something that he'd always dreamed of doing, that he wanted to do with his life. So he happened to visit one of the vendors that purchased from his company pretty often. They purchased large orders of coffee and coffee machinery. And he was inspired when he visited their shop, when he saw their passion for coffee, life, their business model. And he was really intrigued. Now, this was 1981 when all this was happening, and coffee was just, an AM drink. There were very few, coffee shops here and there. You could grab a cup of coffee when you were at the diner, but there was nothing special. And he decided that he had to join this coffee company, their team. And unfortunately, they didn't have any openings, and they weren't interested in hiring him at the time. So for the next year, he continually applied for jobs. And when they hired him as the director of marketing. And one day, on a business trip to Milan, he discovered his inspiration and what led him in the direction of creating his own coffee company. Because he noticed the culture in Milan, that people would sit and enjoy a cup of coffee, enjoy some friendship, enjoy some companionship. And they would just enjoy all of that together. I mean, how many times have you sat in a coffee shop with friends and just had a couple sips together, a few giggles, just a great time, right? But anyways, like I was saying, in that moment of seeing the coffee culture in Milan, he decided that this was the type of coffee company he wanted to own. This is what he wanted to create in the US. And when he mentioned his idea to the owners of the company that he currently worked for, they declined. They wanted to stay true to their vision, and they felt that there was no market for this type of coffee place in the US. It wasn't something they really thought would make them any profit. So he decided he was going to create his own coffee company, as well as grab funding for it. And what's really funny about that is that in order to get the funding for his business, he spoke to 242 people, believe that or not. And 217 of them said, nah, this wasn't, which is 90%, if I can do the math here. So they told him that it wasn't worth it, that it wouldn't work, that he wouldn't never make any money out of it. I mean, come on, you're not gonna have any customers. Who wants to buy coffee and go to a coffee house? I mean, we don't do that in America. He almost quit at that point. But he decided that he was going to pursue his dream anyways. He found the funding and opened his first coffee shop. And people started walking in. And then he bought out the former company that he used to work for when they were selling the business, and combined all of their shops, renamed it Starbucks, and changed the logo, and became CEO of his own company just in one day. The first coffee shop that he walked into, the first one that he worked for, was also the first one that he bought. So he transformed it over the years into the Starbucks we know now, his dream basically, where people could study, meet some friends, enjoy coffee, get together, have a few laughs, have a place like that. And so today there's 736 stores in 75 countries. I mean, everyone goes to Starbucks these days, right? Over 300,000 employees and the 5th largest food chain. And I think he's, worth almost $3 billion personally. It's funny. He wasn't the original founder since he bought the coffee stores from someone else, but he sure turned it into his dream. And he wanted to build the relationship between people and coffee, as well as a company that could provide benefits and do some pretty cool things and help out people and give them benefits that his family never had. So what I learned from this story is that, as well as from my own experiences over the last few years, whether it was working for a dermatological company or coaching boys volleyball, that people are always going to tell you that you're never going to make money, that your dreams are silly, that it's a really dumb idea, that you'll never make money out of it, that you should just forget about your dream, that it's not really important, you're never going to achieve it anyways. And you have a choice. You can listen and follow that advice, or you could persevere and persist, work for it, and dedicate yourself to making that dream happen if you believe in yourself enough. So if you heard something that resonates with you that you can relate to, or even if you just enjoyed a fun cup of coffee at a Starbucks, or even tell me what your favorite drink was. I'm trying a ton of them, so I want to see what your favorite is. Please do me a favor, leave some love, drop a comment, or like I said, ask questions in the thread. Share the video with anyone you think it might help, and PM me if you have questions or want to hear more about how to achieve your dreams. So if you have a dream and you have the passion for it, especially if it's something you've always wanted to achieve, don't allow other people's ideas and opinions to sway you, to stop you. You work hard, you can make it happen. Because if you think about it, Starbucks would not exist if Howard Schultz had listened to everybody else and had quit on his dream. I'm not. And you shouldn't either. I'll catch you later.